Hello everyone, my name is Casual Prince 8 or Sam, and welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Today's the day. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where we are and how far away we are from the event. And I'm convinced that it's going to happen very soon in this episode. Considering I usually do episodes for about an hour in this game, it's probably going to happen in this episode. So, fair warning, I said at the start and I'll say it again. If you've never seen this game before, be prepared. Because so far it's done a very good job at convincing us that it's all happy, dappy and lovey-dovey and stuff like that. It's not going to stay that way for much longer, trust me. But, last episode, we had the big argument with everyone, about helping either Yuri or Natsuki, and we end up helping Yuri, so we're gonna go help Yuri, and it's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Where are her parents? The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Sam. I sit down in her room. Oh, it's this scene. I thought this happened later. Or it might happen later, actually. Oh, they're two different scenes. Again, I've not seen this played in a long time, so I kind of forgot. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room's as messy as it's always been. I'm just looking around. There's a calendar on the wall. There's like an entire month. Or no, are those? Is that a calendar? I think it says calendar at the top. And it says a year as well, but I can't read it. There's like an entire month like scratched off. That's weird. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. Actually, no you don't, protagonist Sam. You really don't. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Sam. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Just wants to torture me. I can't do a convincing laugh after just saying that. Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Sam. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Here we go. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Sam? Say it, Sayori, because he needs to hear it. I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. You never see it coming, do you? And it's crazy. I told you, this game just, it flips everything on its head. And this isn't even the worst of it. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Sam. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. I can't laugh. I can't do the voice. I can't laugh after saying these things. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So, that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. I can't do it. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Sam. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. Come on, snap out of it. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Sam... Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sam... Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sam... Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. You don't like me when I'm angry. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Sam. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. To your surprise? This guy is like the polar opposite of me because, like, honestly, would you expect, after everything that Sayori just said, yes, I'll come along and spend time with you and Yuri, who I want you to spend time with alone. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? I understand. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. It's very obvious. but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Oh, I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. The festival. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. Where are the other, where are the grown-ups in this universe? Do I not have parents? Does Sayori not have parents? Are there any teachers in the school? Where is everyone? I've literally, only seen... We only see, ourselves and the 4 girls. No one else. Kind of concerning. You always should have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on the way home. On my way home. God, I can't read today. Ah, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that, for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. It must be what she's holding behind her back, so I don't see anything. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. Welcome to my room. Got a lot of books. Quite similar to me. And that TV actually, I don't know what it's resting on it. It looks like it should have like a stand beneath it, but it's just that. I'm gonna pause. And breathe. I take Yuri to my room. And that closet looks quite spacious too. First thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so... It's very considerate of you to do. Oh, no. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Excuse me. Ah. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snapped Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. Oh, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. What was in my desk? It's where I keep all... No, I won't go there. Should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Aren't we supposed to be, well, no, I presume this is going to be inside the school, in the classroom that we spend the time in for the club. Because I assumed for a little bit that I guess it could be outside. Because a lot of festivals tend to be outside. And just what's the point of having aromatherapy candles outside? Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. It's a weird way of saying it, but okay. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through a bag, her invisible bag that we have no way of seeing. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Ah, how familiar are you with aromatherapy? I'm familiar. Not familiar at all. It's brilliant. He's just the polar opposite of me again, isn't he? Ugh. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favourite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bomb. I'm surprised neither me nor her did a double take and realised that she said romance. My green screen just fell down, I just had to fix that. Okay, Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapour begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. I've just got this picture in my head now, just like, I'm reading my poem, like, in front... Given that it's a festival, there's gonna be a lot of people there. And it's just like, just give me a sec. This probably looks really weird on camera, but it's just like, I'm reading my poem and I'm just like... So, today, I'm gonna be reading a poem that is, entitled, and you can, like, physically see my heart, like, pumping out my chest. That's funny. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well... No, I'm sorry, I just thought of something really fun. I bought these so we could, make decorations. If you don't get that joke, it's probably because you're not 16 yet. Did you I'm sorry, everyone, I really am. Did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. I find that hilarious. It's just like, oh yes, This is like, oh yeah, did you get the food that I asked you to buy? Oh yeah, I got like 5 packs. Oh yeah, we won't be eating them. What I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Oh, I like that. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Yeah. I always love those, cause you get those in like little souvenir shops sometimes, where it's like strings of wire with beads on them, and you can like push through the curtain. Yeah, those are brilliant. I've just been reminded of the Get Smart trailer where he pushes through there and it all just falls down. You know, sometimes I genuinely get the feeling that no one has any idea what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, this episode is it's going well so far. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract someone to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Hoo-hoo. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Yes, I wonder why that might be. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Sam. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I've finished cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. To be honest, like, that's... Well, I don't have bad handwriting, I'm just... I don't write very fast. That's a whole thing that I'll probably talk about at some point in some other video. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? She just turns around and be like, ugh. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. Here we go. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Suddenly the room seems like a lot smaller. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. Ugh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. You got about sharing. Sorry. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Off the dark web? Off the black market? Yuri's been looking into some dark shit, maybe? Or maybe just off Amazon. I mean, you can get anything off Amazon nowadays. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Because, you know, that's a thing that people do. Ow. Sam! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. It's like, it reminds me of, Kung Fu Panda, where there's that blade, like the emerald blade that you can cut yourself just by looking at it. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. How would you know that? Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Oh no. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. I thought that was me speaking then. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess you were just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? Oh, I remember what he's about to do now, and this might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Why is that a good idea? That's just twice as weird. At least for, even though it was really weird, at least Yuri actually had a reason. I'm just, Sam, did you really just do that? Now we're even. I don't even think he's thinking. I don't think anyone's thinking in this scenario. Yuri just looked at me like I did something wrong. Yeah, because you did. Let's move on. I knew that would be a bad idea. Then why did you do it? If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Sam. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Yes, because she was trying to help. You just... Can you imagine if someone randomly did that to you? Just lick your index finger for no apparent reason. She at least had a reason. Ugh. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. Well, better to put a bandage on it. It reminds me of something that happened at uni. I really burned my... Not really burnt my finger. It was quite a painful burn, though. And, I said, oh yeah, let's put a plaster on it. And then I did a bit of research after putting the plaster on, and it said you should not put plasters on burns, because it restricts the airflow. Well, it restricts, like, air going to the burn. And, I guess, makes it heat up, probably? So there's a little tidbit of, medical info for you, straight from me. Don't put plasters on burns, it's not a good idea. That's relieving. And the tension is quickly lifted, just like that. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kind of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Also, the fact that they're gonna have paint in them, so that's probably a good idea. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colours for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. Trying to think of an inspirational quote. I'm pulling a blank here. Poetry! Let's move on. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colours across the banner to serve as a colour guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolours feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I took art for GCSE. One of our, I think it was like our final project. I had to do a massive gradient of like white to black. It was the most painful thing one of the most painful things I've ever done in my entire life, because like I kept running out of greys and I had to make more greys, and then the greys that I made weren't the same greys as the ones I was using. It was terrible. But it came out looking alright. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yui stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk too much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Like, yeah, like that's the thing, like, I'm a little bit of both. Like, as much as you may not think it about me, I am not an adrenaline junkie. That's not at all the right thing for me to say. But I do like some like adrenaline things. Like I once went on a zip wire. It was like I can't remember. It was like the height. I think it's the longest zip wire in England at the Eden Project. Brilliant place. You should go if you get a chance. And I want to go skydiving at some point. And it's weird because, like, neither of my parents are specifically, like, very much like that. So that's just one thing that I have that's, like, you know, by myself. But I do enjoy stuff like this as well. Like, I will literally I could go into a call on Discord with one other person, and we could be playing completely separate games, and I'd be happy just talking to them and, like, saying what's going on in our separate games. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. If you think I'm gonna spell that, if you think I'm gonna say that, then you're kidding yourself. Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. You hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Really? I don't see them. I was gonna say I'll edit them in, but that just makes more of a job for me, doesn't it? Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. New bit of art. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Ah. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? What is happening is we're sharing a very intimate moment. Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Nope. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my waist and send a tingling sensation through my arm. Yep. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah. Yuri slowly pulls away. Oh dear. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. You know what you do when you're lightheaded? Drink water. Also helps when you've been reading out loud for a long time. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picked up her brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Transition! That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Ah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. Haha. You say that like you're glad it's over. Yeah, no, don't take that the wrong way. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. Gotta take deep breaths as well when you're reading out loud. Whew. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I needed to start making dinner soon. Ah. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well... Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Yeah, you can come over whenever, Yuri. Once Yuri packs you up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forget you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Sam. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, hello! Oh, that gave me a bit of a fright. Oh god, I can't believe that gave me a fright considering the stuff that's going to happen later. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Ah. Hi, Sam. Hey, Sayori! How's it going? Sayori! Just now, we weren't... Why do I have to defend myself to Sayori? It's okay, Sam. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so... So that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Jacksepticeye. He's a funny dude. Actually, no, what I'm referencing is beams as Sayori, like, shoots a beam of light from her eyes. That was from a Jacksepticeye animation I saw on this. It's funny. Yeah, so, I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Then why are you crying? That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Sam? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Sam. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Oh no. Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. Yeah, we've been over this, come on! I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Sam. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Sam, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. To be absolutely, completely transparent, you guys don't need to worry about this choice. Like, you don't need to worry about me making the right choice. Because, funnily enough, the choice doesn't actually have any bearings on what happens next. But, even so, it's still an impactful choice. And you, like, when you first play it, you think it matters. And maybe it does matter. Like, but I can't say I love you, because I don't. I don't, like, protagonist Sam doesn't love Sayori, and neither do I. Like, I've said from the start, it's either Monica, or it's Yuri. It's... Sayori's just not the type of person that I would be attracted to. So I can't lie to her, because then that's just giving her false hope. Sayori, you will always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now. But please trust me that I know what's best, and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? There's a joke about later in the game, but I'm not gonna make it. I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Sam. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So... Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. And she screams. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Oh, she's all better now. You know, sometimes all we need to do is have a good scream. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. This is it. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Back in the classroom. Hey, Monica, we haven't seen you this episode yet. Sam, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems you're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. You didn't even submit your own poem? God, what an asshole. And so that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Oh, voice break. Ah. You think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I can't believe he's saying this. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Hahaha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Sam. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning. Oh no. You know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammered, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? If you say so. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Excuse me. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. Excuse me. What's this? I flipped Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Percent. Get out of my head. I think I only need to say it once, don't you? Get out of my head. Oh, get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ooh. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Sam? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. Oh no, 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 no! I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Yuri's Jasmine must still be in my room because my heart's beating 1,000 beats a minute. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been warned. I gently open the door. Sayori. An exception has occurred. I tried to warn you. This ain't a normal game, Chief. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. Wait a minute, I just want to check something real quick. Give me a sec. I know this isn't the time to check things, but I need to. Oh. Guys. That wasn't there before. It says happy thoughts.png. Come on. Oh my god. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Don't worry, it's not the end. Not even close! Now we start to get... It starts to get bad now. Yes. Let's, No, we don't want to load that. So, Sayori, she ain't there anymore, and you can see that this is made up of Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri. None of this is Sayori, she's just gone. And also, characters... She's gone! She's disappeared! She's been deleted! Log, no, traceback. Yes, it said, check the traceback. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. We're running game code, restart top context. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one making this so difficult. Ahaha. Well, here goes nothing. Oh no. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This sounds familiar. That girl is going out. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just shy and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh my god! It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, you sure? I checked it before. There was a save slot here, and it's gone. This is getting bad. It's getting really bad. Oh boy. So we've now saved. How does the title screen look? Okay, so it's still glitched. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you wanted any proof? You wanted proof that this game wasn't all lovey-dovey? Here you go. And it's only gonna get worse from here. Oh dear. Well, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Honestly, I knew what was going to happen. Obviously, I knew what was going to happen. But again, experiencing it by yourself is so much worse. I'm just glad I knew it was going to happen. My heart was like, ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Oh, no. No. Holy crap. Well, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. It's only going to get worse from here, so tune in next time to see what this new distorted reality without Sayori is going to be like. Oh, man. So, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. And I will see you on another video very, very soon. Also, thanks for watching to the end of this video. It's probably gonna be a very long one. If you haven't already watched my Tales from the Casualverse trailer, go and watch that, because that's a project that I'm very excited for. Go watch it. So, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on another video very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.